So, picture this. About 9 days from now you log in and two banners pop up side by side. On one is a brand new face who rewrites how electro-charged teams play, and on the other is one of the cleanest Hydro sub DPS this game has to offer. So here is the plan I wish someone handed me, what the banners are, how Flins actually works in simple terms, why Yelan pairs with him so well, which 4 stars matter, why these banners are so valuable, and a calm answer to the question, should you pull? And before we jump in, thank you for 14,000 subscribers. That is not just a number to me. It is real people showing up, chatting, and building this little corner together, and it puts fuel in the tank as we push toward 15,000. Phase 2 is straightforward on paper. The 5 stars are Flins and Yelan. The 4-star lineup features Aino, Dory, and Sucrose. That mix already tells a story. Sucrose brings grouping, elemental mastery, and a gentle rotation flow that helps reaction teams scale without asking for perfect inputs. Aino brings hydro utility from a unique angle and adds quality off-field hits while you drive on the main character. Those two together are high value for Flynn's teams because they let him do what he wants to do without pulling him off the field every other second. Dory, by comparison, is more of a safety and battery option. She is not bad, she is just not as central to the best Flynn shells as the other two are, so if you get her, think of her as a comfort piece you pull in for energy or sustain rather than the engine of the party. Let us talk about Flynn's first stop. Flins is an on-field electro carry who likes to stay out front while your teammates work in the back. Turn his lamp on, keep swinging, and the pressure stays steady. He feels great in longer fights where staying on target matters more than fancy cancels. If you enjoy driving a team yourself instead of swapping every few seconds, he fits you. He stands out because he turns electro-charged into lunar-charged damage very cleanly. Yelan is a perfect partner since her arrows follow your attacks and keep hydro rolling. Kokomi also works if you want bigger healing and wider hydro. Add a Nefa and the setup gets even better with off-field damage, protection, and lunar synergy that lets Flins keep attacking without getting bumped. The team ends up feeling smooth and low stress. He is easy to build. He likes attack and a bit of elemental mastery from his kit, and he really appreciates steady off-field hydro. He is happiest when you hold your ground and pour out steady damage, and his swings hit a small cone so he can still clear groups. If you want to lead from the front while your supports keep reactions going, Flins will feel natural on day 1 and only get better as more lunar teammates arrive. Yelan, on the other hand, is as plug and play as it gets, and she is not falling off. She applies hydro off-field in a steady rhythm, follows your on-field driver with elegant arrows, buffs the active character's damage over time, and does all that while asking for very little field time. In a Flins team, she becomes the perfect backbone. Her burst lays the water rails, you swap to Flins, you turn on the lamp, and you keep swinging while electro-charged, now converted to lunar-charged, keeps firing. If you ever wanted a team that feels like a machine humming along with low-stress inputs, that pairing is it. The best way to see the banner's value is to picture real teams rather than theory lines. With a Nefa on board, you get a classic lane that feels like it was storyboard, Flins on field, a Nefa off field, a hydro slot that can be Aino or Kokomi depending on your comfort with healing and application width, and a flex. If you place Yelan in that flex, the team becomes smoother, faster, and stronger without adding complexity. If you do not own Kokomi, the same idea still works with Yelan as the hydro slot and Sucrose as the last seat to add grouping and elemental mastery. If you do not have a Nefa, you can still craft a strong team with Flins, Yelan, Sucrose, and a safety or battery in the last slot, but the shielding and lunar synergy that a Nefa brings will be missing until you find a replacement. There is also a more aggressive version where you drop a Nefa and lean into electro pressure with Flins on field, Raiden Shogun or Ye Miko off-field, Aino or Yelan as hydro, and a 4th slot that covers resistance shred and grouping. It is not the same ceiling as the Nefa shells in lunar content, but it is a fun way to drive through weekly bosses and exploration with almost no downtime. Because 4 stars are the quiet engine of any roster, let me circle back. Sucrose is not flashy, but she is perfect for reaction math, and her crowd control makes Flynn's spear drops land on stacked targets, which pumps your real numbers. Aino is a gift for hydro uptime, and because she lives off-field after setup, she does not fight Flins for field time. Dory is more niche here, and while she can battery and heal, most Flynn shells prefer the stronger hydro uptime and mastery buffs from the other two. If your plan is to build a new team from scratch out of this banner, the fact that 2 of the 4 stars are core pieces and the 5-star duo complements each other is really powerful. It means your chances of rolling something you can immediately use are higher than average, even if you have to stop before a 5-star lands. So should you pull? If you own a Nefa and you like on-field carries, Flins is a yes from me. He gives you a fresh style to enjoy, he lines up with how the region wants you to play, and he scales well with off-field support rather than demanding sky-high mechanical loops. If you do not own a Nefa, but you love Electro and you like the idea of a stance driver who sits in the pocket and swings, he is still worth considering, but you do have to accept the fact that he loses some damage without a Nefa. Yelan is a yes for almost everyone who does not own her yet. She is timeless utility, and the fact that she makes Flins better is a clean bonus, not the only reason to pull. If you can secure both across the phase, you lock in a strong core that performs well in Abyss, Imaginarium Theater, and so on for quite a good amount of time. If you can only pick one, pick the hole in your account. Before we wrap, I want to speak to the mood a lot of you shared with me. It is not ideal that some of the best shells now expect pairs. I do not love saying Flins needs a Nefa, or Skirk needed Escoffier, or Nefer will want Llama, but that is where design is today. The flip side is that the pairs we are getting are genuinely fun, and they make rotations feel smoother rather than heavier. One more upside here is flexibility. Unlike the Skirk and Escoffier pairing, which pushes you into a strict 2-element box, Flins with a Nefa or Flins with Yelan leaves room to add a 3rd element or an Anemo grouper without breaking the engine. If you can plan around that, you will enjoy the ride more. If you cannot this patch, that is fine. Build the half you like now and wait for the partner to return. The game is not a sprint. If this helped you feel clear instead of overwhelmed, tell me in the comments who you are going for in Phase 2. Are you locking in Flins first and then chasing Yelan? Are you a Yelan first player who will try for Flins if luck smiles? Do you have Aino and Sucrose already leveled and ready to slide in? I love reading your plans, and I learn a lot from how different people solve the same problem. Tap like if this walkthrough saved you some time, and subscribe if you want fast code posts and honest banner guides as we push deeper into Nodcry. Thank you again for 14,000. Every day we are a little closer to that 15,000 dream, and I am grateful to be on that road with you. Whatever you pull, I hope it is the one that makes you excited to log in tomorrow.